Tonight's game is brought to you by D&D Grocery of Center, Scott's Grocery of Summertown, Community Bank and Trust, Hughes Grocery, Etheridge Feed and Mill, Carl's TV of Columbia, and Pine Knoll Landscaping of Summertown. Etheridge Feed and Mill, hours 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., 6 days a week. Nutrina Feeds and Etheridge Feed and Mill are pleased to announce that Etheridge Feed and Mill, located on Highway 43 North at Campbellsville Road, is now open for business. We at Etheridge Feed and Mill invite you to stop in and look over our complete line of Nutrina Feeds. We also have Rose's Dog Food. Etheridge Feed and Mill on Highway 43 North offers custom grinding and mixing. We also have nails and a full line of nuts and bolts. Etheridge Feed and Mill on Highway 43 and Campbellsville Road will appreciate your business. Phone 829-2144 for this boys game between the Perry County Vikings and the Summertown Eagles. Eddie, what do you look for in this game?
Well, I look for quite a bit of scoring, Charlie. We got the top 3 scorers in the district on the floor tonight. The Perry County has Joel Plunkett and Brett McKegg, and Summertown has Greg Ivey, and all 3 are having fine years for the team. So McKegg is an outside shooter. He's not hurt Summertown in the past. The one we really have to concentrate on is Joel Plunkett underneath. He's had some really big games against Summertown. He gets our big men in trouble, and he hits those free throws well. And also we have to watch the Steve Ledbetter. He has a pretty good game at the other power forward position. And Summertown's got to establish an inside game with Rodney Long and Mike Gent and David Smith in order to remain in this ball game.
All right, here comes the starting lineup for the Perry County Vikings. Number 50, Joel Plunkett. Number 35, Stephen Ledbetter. Number 32, Brett McKegg. Number 22, Jason Heddy. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 25, Michael Dixon. And now it's time for the lights to dim and the spotlight to come on for the Summertown Eagles.
Mike Gent, the number 1 starter for the Eagles this year. He'll be playing in the pivot. Here's Rodney Long. He's also a pivot player. We need a big game out of both these guys tonight if we have a chance to win. Here's Chris Kidd. He'll start out on the wing tonight. Scotty Perry, number 10, will be running the point guard position, and the scoring leader this year so far, Greg Ivey. So far this year, Charlie, so goes Greg Ivey, so goes Summertown. We really have depended on him to carry a lot of the load for us.
Looks that way. In the last couple of games, he's had, 25 and 33, so he's been on the beam since the Christmas break, hasn't he?
I think Greg's been on the beam pretty well all year. He's had a couple of off games in which he only scored like 16 or 17 points, but in the games Greg doesn't score, he does a lot of things that really help Summertown out. Playing defense, he guards the point guard, putting a lot of pressure on him. A very quick player, and he's just really the key to us. I believe the key to this game, though, is going to be the establishment of an inside game. If we don't score underneath and we're not able to rebound and stop their scoring underneath, it's going to be a long night for Summertown. That's what happened to us over at Perry County. We couldn't hit one underneath, and they couldn't miss one.
Stephen Ledbetter and Chris Kidd throws the ball up, controlled by Perry. Perry quickly over to Ivy on the right wing, back to Perry at the head of the circle. The Kidd in the low post, Long. Rodney Long works the ball in to give Summertown the first basket. Summertown opening it up into a zone press. Back over to Heddy. Heddy back to McKegg. McKegg, 22-foot jumper. Up, no good. Ivy clears the board, ready for Summertown down the right wing. He puts the ball off in the low post to Gent. Gent lays one up and in. Summertown off and running with a 4-0 lead. With a full court press. What kind of press we're running?
This is a 2-2-1 press. Coach McBee has been employing this in the last 3 or 4 games, trying to get an up-tempo ball game. He wants to run them down with these boys. He don't want. There's a steal by Greg Ivey.
Ivy driving length of the floor over to Perry. Perry lays one up and in. Greg Ivey stole the ball, laid it over to Perry. Summertown quick, 6-0.
Press working to Summertown's advantage so far. We've got some easy baskets so far, 3 layups and 3 conversions. Very good start for Summertown.
Over to Dixon. Dixon 25 feet out to Plunkett. Ball intercepted, but Kidd falls out of bounds. Summertown hustling, getting back on defense now.
They've opened in their traditional man-to-man defense, and you'll see
that. Plunkett. Lays one up, plays one in, and he goes in, and he's fouled.
That's
the inbound pass caught Summertown sleep, hit the back door.
That's hurt us all year long. Our real weakness so far this year has been the inside defensive play and able to rebound, and that time they lobbed over, no one giving backside help. Not only did Plunkett hit the basket, but he picked up a foul on Chris Kidd, I believe is who
Mike Gent.
Mike Gent's who they called that on.
And Joel Plunkett at the line for three-point play, and it's good. 6:48, first period, 6-3. Perry County's in a 1-3-1 zone.
Yeah, Summertown hasn't seen this zone very often this year. The Perry County coach figures it might give us some problems. He's opened up. It'd be interesting to see how Summertown handles it. Their offense is key for this.
19 feet out, give him three. Little Scotty Perry got on the baseline, snuck in behind him, hit him a three-point shot over to Hitty. Hitty bringing the ball over to McCagg. McCagg 22 feet away, no good. Perry brings the ball off the board. They don't care to bomb it. And Ivy driving layup. It falls short. McCagg brings the ball up down the left side, picked up by Dixon. Dixon driving the free throw line, cut off over to Ledbetter. 15-foot jumper, no good. Plunkett takes the ball off the board, has a block by Kidd. Ledbetter up again, no good. Ball taken off the Long. Long running to Ivy, full length of the court. Ivy lays her up and in. Summertown 11, Perry County 3.
Really doing a good job on the inside defense that time.
Jason Hitty working the right side of the base over the left side of McCagg. McCagg into Plunkett. The Plunkett in the lane, lays one up, lays one in. Rodney Long just couldn't lay with him that time.
Summertown got called in an overplaying defense, and with the Perry County rotating the ball, Plunkett put the boy on his head with a fine post move. Here's Rodney.
Perry on the high post for Rodney. Rodney puts one up, 10-foot jumper, no good. McCagg brings the ball off the board over to Dixon. And Dixon's bothered by Perry and takes steps. Michael Dixon takes steps, turnover, gives the ball to Summertown. We have a sub into the ball game for Perry County. J.B. True comes in for Perry County. Summertown put the ball in play underneath their own basket. Perry into Gent. Gent out to Ivy. Ivy working the right wing. Perry on the baseline. 15-foot set shot. 18-foot set shot. Give him three more. Scotty Perry. 2 3-pointers already over to Hitty. Hitty holds up the foul line over to True. True 22 feet out to Hitty to McCagg 25 feet out. He may bomb anywhere. J.B. True over to McCagg 25-foot jump shot. Give him three. Brett McCagg's the leading three-point shooter in the district.
He's been bombing them all year. All through his career, he's been a long-range shooter. It doesn't bother him at all to put up a 25-footer, but he has to be set in order to do it. He can't shoot off the move, and that's where he's never hurt Summertown with a man-to-man pressure. But if we stay back and give him that shot, he'll nail it there.
Greg Ivy drives the lane, lays one up and in. Summertown boys are really hustling into McCagg, 22 feet away. Over to Ledbetter. Ledbetter has the ball blocked by Kidd. Ledbetter gets her back, lays it in. Chris Kidd came out of nowhere to block that first one. 16-10.
Crowd seems to be really in the game on both sides here, Charlie. It looks like it could be an exciting ball game tonight.
Scotty Perry over to Ivy. Ivy shoots a 15-footer, no good. Joel Plunkett brings the ball off the board. Quickly over to J.B. Truell down the right wing. Over to Plunkett. Plunkett cut off the free throw line. Takes a 12-foot jump shot, no good. Mike Gent brings the ball off the floor over to Greg Ivy. Ivy brings the ball down to the right side. Holds up free throw line out to Perry. Perry working the left wing to Kidd, the left baseline over to trying to drive the middle. Has the ball ripped away by True. True picks it up. Perry quickly picks him up over to Hitty. Hitty goes up, lays one up, and in. He's fouled by Chris Kidd. Chris Kidd picks up his first personal. Summertown's second personal of the night. And Jason Hitty go to the line. He drove the baseline on Chris that time and got his body between. And try for the three-point play. It's up. It's no good. Ball cleared off the board by Rodney Long. Over to Kidd to Perry, working right wing to Ivy. Ivy driving the baseline on the right side. Ball slips out of his hand. Picked up by Long. Long 15-foot jump shot. No good. McCagg brings the ball out for Perry County. Over to True. True, we're coming down the right side. JB looking for somebody. McCagg 22 feet out. Plunkett 15 feet. Eye in the basket over to True. Back to Hitty. She's a 15-foot jump shot. Jason Hitty comes into 15-foot.
Both teams returned several starters from last year, and it's evident right here. Summertown jumps out to a quick lead, but Perry County's not rattled at all, and they're back in the game with the score being 16-14, 2:54 remaining in the first quarter.
Summertown working the high post in the long, trying to find somebody. We'll get a 3-second count. Rodney Long couldn't find anybody to put the ball off to, so he got caught with the 3-second line. Into McCagg. McCagg works the left wing, across the 10-second line, looking for somebody. Who's he find? He finds Hitty. Hitty takes a 10-foot jump shot, no good. Plunkett brings the ball off the board, and he's on the back. Joel Plunkett picks up the foul on the back of Chris Kidd. That's Plunkett's first foul and Perry County's first foul of the night. 2:38 remaining first period. Summertown 16, Perry County 14. Perry County falling back into, looks like a man-to-man now.
They have switched to a man-to-man, Charlie. It'll be interesting to see. I believe Summertown tried to put the ball inside when everything. That's
Perry, 15-foot jump shot, no good. Ivy comes off for the rebound, and he's fouled on the rebound by number 22, Jason Hitty. Hitty picks up his first personal foul. That was on the rebound. Summertown put the ball in play underneath their own basket. Perry and the Kidd. Kidd 15 feet away over to Ivy. Ivy drives the baseline. Right down the middle. Lays up a 12-footer. Give it to him. Greg Ivy.
Fine move by Greg Ivy there. And you see his bread and butter. He likes to penetrate and go up with the big guys. He's got a quick release and quick feet. Good combination for a high school guard.
In the middle of Ledbetter. Ledbetter back out to Truel. Back out to Plunkett. Plunkett driving the lane. He's cut off. Stops. Puts up a 5-footer. It's good. Joel Plunkett.
You also see where Joel Plunkett likes to shoot the ball at. He shoots everything inside and hits about everything he shoots up
drives
inside.
Across the baseline. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up. No good. Ball comes off to Truel. Truel coming down across. Over to McCagg. McCagg 22-footer. He's going to take the 22-foot jump. No good. Kidd goes high for the rebound for Summertown over to Perry.
Summertown doing a good job on the board so far tonight. When we went to Perry County, we didn't rebound at all and just didn't show any near the intensity that we're showing out here tonight. And the result, we got blew out by 30, but right now we're definitely in this ball game.
Perry, 15-foot set shot. It's no good. Ball comes off to Hitty. Jason Hitty over to J.B. Trude. McCagg. Brett McCagg found Ledbetter. Ledbetter, 15-foot jump shot. No good. Hitty brings the ball off, and it's knocked into the wall by Rodney Long. Good block by Rodney Long. Summertown has a sub in the ball game. Number 34, Chris Broadray, replacing Jason Hitty at the high post. J.B. Truel, inbound play, can't find nobody in the middle. So Ledbetter takes a 5-foot turnaround. Gives Stephen 2. 1:07 first period. It's 18-18. Perry bring the ball up to Summertown on the left wing to Kidd. Kidd, 15-foot jump shot. Give it to him.
Seems like everyone on Summertown is playing with more confidence within their game tonight, and I've seen them play all year, Charlie. They're rising up and shooting shots and not worried about whether they're going to miss it, and really paying off so far.
Over to Broadway to McCagg. McCagg drives into the middle, lays one up, lays one in. Brett McCagg laid one up and in. He's a gun anywhere on the floor. Perry County into the man-to-man defense. Perry brings the ball across the foul line. In the middle of Ivy. Ivy drives the middle, drives the lane, lays one up and in. Greg Ivy's hot tonight. As long as he keep her up, we'll be okay. Over to McCagg, 22 feet away in the middle to Ledbetter. Ledbetter steps on the line. McCagg thought he was going to shoot the three-pointer again, but he found the man underneath, and he was standing on the line.
Had the man wide open, but didn't make the pass like he should have, or that resulted in 2 points for Perry County probably there, but glad to see that good hustle back down the floor by Summertown.
5 seconds remaining first period into Kidd. Kidd from the foul line. 15-foot jump, no good. Long brings the ball off the floor. And at the end of the first period, Summertown 22, Perry County 20. Pine Knoll Landscaping, Larry McCrory owner. Pine Knoll features all time of residential and commercial landscaping and yard work. They will plant any type shrub or tree and will do any type of yard work. Pine Knoll features grass seedings and now have a straw blower to cover the seeds. Larry greatly appreciates your business. So for a free estimate of any type of your yard work, call Larry McCrory at 964-3514.
D&D Grocery, located in Center, is owned and operated by David and Diane Bailey and is your one-stop shopping center. It is open Monday through Thursday from 5:30 to 8:30, from 5:30 to 9 on Friday and Saturday, and from 8 to 8 on Sunday. We have a full-line snack bar with pizza, old-fashioned hamburgers, and snacks. D&D is your headquarters for hunting and fishing equipment and license.
We're set to begin the second period. Perry County inbounds on the alternating possession. McCagg on the inbound to Broadway. Broadway has the ball stolen by Kidd. Kidd driving the length of the floor, loads one up, and he's fouled by number 14, J.B. True, on the drive. Chris Kidd trying to get to the breakaway that time, but there was two men back from him.
That's a fine, aggressive play. It's not really going by the book, as you would say, Charlie. But the man going 1-on-3, but Chris knew he had the advantage that time. The Perry County players weren't really back, and he drew a foul and hits the first of the free throws.
Chris toes the line for the second one. It's up. It's also good. 24-20. Summertown with a 4-point lead. Falls into their full-court press. Into True. J.B. True working the right side. Perry's on him. Over to Chris Broadway. Broadway to McCagg. Back to J.B. True. True working. Cut off the free throw line left side over Broadway. Broadway 22 feet out. They're going to give him a shot, but he won't take it into True. True in the middle of McCagg. McCagg drove the baseline. Lays one up and in.
McCagg showing me another feature of his game tonight, Charlie. He's got several of his points, well, all of them from the inside there. He hit one three-pointer, but normally the three-pointer and the outside set shot is his bread and butter that he scores on.
Chris Kidd working the head of the circle on the left side to Gent. Mike Gent back to Ivy. Ivy working the head of the circle. Perry County in a man-to-man. Ivy goes up the middle of the lane, and he's fouled by number 32, Brett McCagg. Ivy's driving. About every time he's got a hold of the ball, he's headed for the basket, Eddie.
Most of the time, if he can get that first step on him, he's so quick and so athletical, he can get the shot off, and often it results in two. We have a sub for Perry County, number 22, Jason Hetty. He's coming back in and replaces J.B. Troll, and Jason will operate in the point guard position.
And Ivy drove the middle of the lane, put up a 10-foot fall-away. Summertown back to a 4-point lead. Joel Plunkett bringing the ball up the floor this time. Over the right side, cut off by Long back to Hetty. Hetty working the point, guarded by Perry. Cut off the free throw line out to Broadway. Chris Broadway into Plunkett, the head of the circle. Back to Broadway. Broadway 18 feet out. McCagg 22 feet out. Jump shot. Three more. Brett McCagg. What's that, three three-pointers already?
Yeah, I believe that's right, Charlie. He's the best three-point shooter I feel in the district today when he gets it going, but he has to be wide open to do it. I think Summertown is playing a switching zone. We have a drive by Chris Kidd. He meets Brett McCagg underneath and picks up a charge, and that's Chris's second foul down there. But as I was saying, in the past, Summertown, with their strict man-to-man defense, hasn't left McCagg open. But tonight, he's been able to set and take his time and shoot. And as you see already, he definitely has the range to hit that three-point shot.
Jason Hetty brings the ball across 10-second line down the right side, cut off free throw line over to Broadway. Broadway high post, Ledbetter. Back to Hetty. Back to McCagg. He started up with another and dropped the ball in the middle. Ledbetter 10-foot jump shot taken off the board by Long. Rodney Long bringing the ball off the board. Up to Kidd, over to Perry. Perry on the right wing to Ivy. Ivy shoots a 15-foot jump shot, no good. Ball batted around, taken out by McCagg. Brett bringing the ball down himself, trying to find Plunkett underneath. Plunkett makes a move. He's cut off, takes a 5-foot jump shot. Perry County takes the lead, 27-26 with 5:35, second period.
Plunkett showing good hustle, getting down the floor then. Summertown didn't hustle and get back, so we paid off by losing the lead there.
Scotty Perry, 10-foot jump shot. He's fouled by number 22, Jason Hetty, and that's Hetty's second personal of the night and the fifth personal foul on Perry County. Scotty Perry go to the line to shoot two. Michael Dixon back in for Perry County. They're shuffling, look like 6 players, giving each one a Well, they're turning it to rest.
They have a lineup that they normally use that goes 7 deep, Charlie. They mainly have 4 guards and 3 big men, and those guards just trade in and out. He keeps a fresh one in all the time, it seems. The 2 that are in there now, Broadway and Dixon, Dixon started. Broadway didn't start. It doesn't bother that coach to put 2 fresh guards in. They're all about the same caliber players.
Perry takes the lead again with 2 free throws. And to Dixon. Dixon working the right side, cut off back to Plunkett in the center of the floor. Plunkett coming across 10-second line over to McKeag. You got to watch McKeag, 35 feet out. He liable to bomb it. Over to Dixon. Dixon, 25 foot. He looks like a bomber too, Eddie.
Yes, I believe he's a brother to those Dixon brothers that played 2 or 3 years ago. Both of those, I think, went on to play some college ball, and they took Perry County to the state tournament. He looks like a fine athlete. Probably going to be, I think he's fairly young, though. He needs a little playing time.
Plunkett puts up a 2-foot jump shot, and he's fouled. Could be a big foul right here. Let's see who it goes to. Went to number 42, Chris Kidd. That's Chris's 3rd personal foul with 4:55 remaining second period. David Smith comes off the bench to replace Chris.
That is a big foul so far because Chris has really been up and down the floor putting a lot of defensive pressure on. Mike Gent will probably move over and start guarding Chris's man now. That doesn't hurt us much on the defensive end, but Chris is playing pretty fair on offense. We'll see if David can come in and give the slack. He'll play underneath the goal and do a lot of body banging down there.
Joel Plunkett, the fair-haired center for Perry County, hits the first one to tie the score, 28-28. Plunkett's a fine center on this Perry County team. Seemed like he's been playing forever.
Seemed like he's never had a bad game against Summertown either, Charlie, the whole time I've been watching him. He's a fine ball player to watch. And what amazes me about it is most of the time his points come from the free throw line. More than 50% of his points have often been scored from the free throw line against Summertown.
Over to Smith. Smith on the left wing. Over to Ivy. Ivy, 18-foot jump shot. It rolls up, bounces in. Greg Ivy gives Summertown the lead once again. They're trading baskets, trading the lead into Dixon over to Broadway. Broadway back out to Dixon. McKeag 20 feet away. You got to watch it. Mike Gent got out there on him that time. Over to Dixon. Dixon to Broadway. Broadway 15-foot cutaway. McKeag on the right side. 18-foot is Ledbetter. Ledbetter Dixon. Dixon takes a 10-foot jump shot, and he's hacked by number 52, Rodney Long. That's Rodney's first personal.
Summertown has surprised everyone here tonight, Charlie. Rarely does Coach G. McBee ever play a zone defense, but right now they're in a switching 2-3 zone defense with a big man out front to try to stop McKeag's 3-pointer there. It's a gamble on Coach McBee's part, and so far it's worked out real well. We're in the ball game, and in fact, we have a tie ball game, 30-all, with 4:12 remaining in the second quarter.
Michael Dixon at the line for his second. Long and Smith at rebounding position for Summertown. The ball goes up, and it's good. Perry County's resumed the lead again. Full court pressure. Perry coming up the middle of the floor, gets the ball across 10-second line, down to 18-foot jump shot. No good. Perry has the ball tipped back to him. Don't set up this time. Back over to Ivy. Ivy, 20-foot jump shot. It's no good. Plunkett clears the board for Perry County. Summertown getting long-range minded now. Over to Broadway. Broadway over to Dixon. Dixon to Plunkett in the middle. Puts up a 5-foot jumper. No good. Ball's battled for. Goes out of bounds. Beats Summertown's ball. Everybody was up on the board that time, Eddie.
Couldn't really tell who hit the ball from my angle here, Charlie. I'm glad the ref had a good angle down there. He was right on top of the play. That official Don Vanetta that time. Perry
County running straight man-to-man full court press now. Dixon's on Perry, over to Jet. Jet on the left wing, drives 15 foot of the basket, puts up 15-foot jump shot, no good. Long brings the ball off the floor, lays one up and in.
Fine.
Smith tipped the ball over to.
Give that basket to David Smith. Rodney Long will get the 2 points, but David got on the board there and kept the ball alive, and Rodney was able to go up with a strong power move. Rodney looking good on the offensive end tonight, something we've been missing quite a few games this year.
Dixon over to McKeag. McKeag 25 feet out, looking for something to happen over to Broadway. Broadway to Dixon, back to McKeag, the head of the circle, 25 feet. Plunkett drives the lane, puts one up, it's no good. Taken off the board by Brent McKeag, and McKeag is hammered to the floor by number 52, Rodney Long. That's Rodney's second personal foul. 2:54 remaining, second period. Summertown with a 1-point lead, and Brett McKay going to the line to shoot 2. He really got hammered that time, Eddie.
He went up strong with the ball. He's a big man, about 6'4", big boy. I don't know what you would call him to me. If he's bigger than I am, I guess he's a man. But he's about 6'4" and got good weight to keep himself on the floor. He's not a big leaper, but he gets that good position, and it's hard to stop the man inside there.
Brett misses his first free throw. Second one's up. It's good. That notch the score at 32. Summertown set to inbound into Ivy. Ivy working the ball across 10-second line, going to drive the lane into Smith. Smith lays one up and in. Greg Ivy found the open man coming down the middle that time, Eddie.
Put Greg Ivy in open court, and I think it just strikes terror in the defensive eye. There's McKay for another three-pointer. Luckily, he missed that. Left wide open and set and everything. There's Plunkett, though. Nice to have a big man underneath that can rebound with the caliber of Joel Plunkett there.
2:25, second period. We have a foul away from the ball. This time it's on Brett McKay. That's the second foul on McKay. Wouldn't it be a big story if he got 3 or 4 in this?
That would really help us out a lot there. We're looking at 2 players here, Rodney Long and for Summertown and Brett McKay, both off to fine starts in this game, but one of them has to set out for foul, or both of them has to set out for foul trouble. It could be a big loss to their respective teams. That's a good heads-up play by Greg Ivy. Normally he's the one running over someone down the floor, but he set a good pick there, and McKay wasn't able to get around him there. Fine heads-up play.
Greg goes to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. With the score knotted, 2:25, second period. First one up, it's bottom. Greg Ivy's hot and rolling again tonight. His third consecutive game. That looked like he's found the range with his shooting arm.
He's really feeling
up. It's good.
He feels like he's the man that has to carry the team, Charlie. He's playing with a lot of confidence, and when he puts a shot up, he expects it to go in. That's what you have to do in this game.
Plunkett brings the ball across over to Dixon. Dixon 18 feet away to McKay, 22 feet out. 3-point shot, no good. Taken off by Broadway. Broadway cut off, dribble back out to Dixon. McKay back out there again. Into Plunkett. Plunkett driving the lane. Cut off to Smith. David Smith forced Joel Plunkett to take steps that time.
That's a good switch off by David Smith there. They got a one-man pressure going here from Dixon. They may try to trap in half court. I don't believe. They're back into a straight man-to-man defense here.
Perry working the right side to the baseline, cut off the baseline, back out to Gent, left wing to Ivy. Ivy driving the free throw line. He's cut off. Back over to Perry. Perry left all alone. Takes a 10-foot jump shot. There wasn't anybody within 5 feet of him.
When Scotty has that shot going, he's just automatic from there. They'll have to put someone on him. He likes to get that step just inside the free throw line from 15 feet in. He's a very high percentage shooter most of the time. Had his problems some during the year, but when he gets it going, he's very accurate from that range.
Gents all over McKay guy here. I think Coach wants to shut that three-pointer down. Over to Plunkett. Plunkett to McKay. McKay jumps in about 15-footer. He can hit a 15-foot jump shot, too.
He was on the move that time, too. I was very impressed with that shot. I haven't been able to see that from him very often.
He throws the ball away, shuffle around, and it's going to be Perry County's ball.
Summertown got caught that time, Charlie. They weren't ready for that press. The last couple times down, they didn't put any pressure, and they kind of took it for granted they weren't going to be pressed that time, and it resulted in a turnover. Fine coaching on the Perry County behalf.
Trudes back in for Perry County. He'll be handling the ball now. Over on the right wing, Broadway. Broadway feeds the middle, Ledbetter. Ball's tipped out of bounds by Ivy and Long. It's Summertown 38, Perry County 36. Exactly 1 minute to play in the half. Perry County through, looking for somebody, finds Plunkett. Plunkett has the ball tipped out. Fine defensive play on the inbound pass because Plunkett got the ball. He will later up and in.
He moved and was wide open. It's a very alert play by David Smith to step in at the last minute and get it out. We got burned on that. We just got lucky that the pass wasn't made in time.
And the Broadway, Chris Broadway over to J.B. True, 15 feet away. And the Broadway looking for Ledbetter. 10-foot jump shot. It's blocked. Plumb up in the stands by Rodney Long. Rodney's got several blocks so far.
You put Rodney in his own defense, he operates a lot better. He can roam free and help the other people out like that. It's really worked out well so far tonight.
Over to McKay. McKay working the free throw line. Over to Broadway. Broadway to True. True Ledbetter back to JB. McKay 22 feet out. Give it to him. Brett McKay got 4 3-pointers. Gives Perry County a 1-point lead.
That's another man playing with a lot of confidence. When he puts the ball up, he expects it to go in too, Charlie, and he's even further out than my men are.
Ivy over to Perry.
They're back in a 1-3. Excuse me, Charlie. They're back in a 1-3-1 defense here, trying to close out the half without getting a foul, but it doesn't work out. McKegg picks up his 3rd foul for Perry County, highly upset about it.
Jed stepped in with the ball and cut through the middle, and McKegg picked up his 3rd foul. That could be a big foul before the night's over. We have a sub in for Perry County. Steve LeMay.
I believe that's Lomax, Charlie. Steve Lomax, number 23, in for Perry County.
Steve Lomax in. McKegg gonna sit down these last 14 seconds. Mike Summertown has Kelly Clark into the ball game for the first time. Gonna give Long.
Rodney Long with 2 fouls. Coach not wanting to pick up another 3rd one with 14 seconds left. Cheap here.
Mike Gent missed the free throw. Come off the Plunkett. Perry County down the floor. Into Broadway. Stephen Ledbetter lays one up and in. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Perry bombs one. His first half comes to an end. Perry County 41, Summertown 38.
Etheridge Feed and Mill is happy to sponsor Summertown High School basketball on Channel 10. Their hours are from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Etheridge Feed and Mill, located on Highway 43 North at Campbellsville Road, is serving all of northern Lawrence County and features a complete line of Nutrena dog feeds. Nutrena feeds. We also have Rose's dog and cat foods. Etheridge Feed and Mill offers custom grinding and mixing for their customers' convenience. Nutrena Feeds and Etheridge Feed and Mill on Highway 43 North and Campbellsville Road invite you to stop in today or phone 829-2144.
Hughes Grocery, Highway 43 and 20, and also Hughes' Cash and Carry on Highway 20. Wayne and Linda Hughes are the owners, and their stores offer a full line of groceries, gas, diesel fuel, and kerosene. They feature a hot deli with hot coffee, sausage and biscuits, ham and biscuits, hot dogs, and sandwiches made to order. They also have pocket knives, gifts, and toys. The Cash and Carry Market on Highway 20 is also a deer checking station. They have video rentals, or 3 for $5 every day, and you can rent on Saturday and keep them to Monday. Wayne and Linda are open from 4:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. 6 days a week. That's Hughes Grocery, Highway 4320, and Hughes' Cash and Carry on Highway 20.
To give a scoring rundown in the first half, for Perry County, it was their big guns, Joel Plunkett with 13 and Brett McKegg with 14 to lead the way for them. Also contributing, Stephen Ledbetter had 6 points, Jason Hetty with 4 points, and Michael Dixon had 2 points. For for Summertown, Greg Ivy has 14 points, Chris Kidd has 4 points, Rodney Long 4, Scotty Perry 12, David Smith 2, and Mike Gent with 2. In foul trouble, we have Brett McKegg for Perry County with 3 fouls, and Chris Kidd for Summertown with 3 fouls. Charlie, going into the game, I felt that Summertown had the advantage in the guard play and Perry County had the advantage in the big man underneath. And if we look at the scoring, you can see evident right offhand. Our 2 guards are our leading scorers with 26 combined points between them. And their 2 big men, Brett McKegg and Joel Plunkett, with 27 combined points between them.
It looks like the people that are supposed to dominate are so far. We're about ready to start the third period. Summertown's going to open with Scotty Perry, Greg Ivy, Rodney Long, Mike Gent, and Chris Kidd's back in. Perry County is going to counter with Joel Plunkett, Brett McKegg, Stephen Ledbetter, Jason Hetty, and Michael Dixon. All right, Summertown puts the ball in play. Kidd in the Long takes a 10-foot turnaround, give it to him. Rodney Long working the middle.
Summertown settling back into a 2-3 zone that they opened the ball game with, except this time they have Greg Ivy and Scotty Perry out front. Coach was putting either Chris Kidd or Mike Gent to try to prevent Brett McKegg from shooting the 3-point shot.
Kegg into Ledbetter. Ledbetter puts up a 15-foot shot, comes off to Kidd. Kidd down to Perry. Perry driving to left base over in high post. Long puts up a 15-foot jump shot, taken off by Perry. Perry is in the right place at the right time, puts up a little 5-foot jump. Summertown recaptures the lead, 42-41 with 4 quick points here at the start of the third period. Jason Haiti on the right side, McCagg looking for somebody over to Dixon. Dixon on the high post to Plunkett. Plunkett has the ball stripped by Gent. Gent comes up with the ball, dribbling on his knees over to Kidd. Chris Kidd brings the ball down across 10-second line over to Perry. Perry right wing to Ivy. See what Ivy's going to do. He drives towards the middle, cut off, tries to feed Kidd, picks up by Plunkett. Plunkett pulls up, shoots a 10-foot jump shot. Gives Joel 2. Instead of going all the way in, he stopped for the little jumper.
I believe Gray was going to be set up for a charge there. Good possibility. He was back in position with his quickness, but Joel smartly realized it and pulled up for a nice, easy jumper. Fine play, Joel.
Over to Gent, Ivy. Ivy working the head of the circle. Over to Long outside, 25 feet away to Kidd. Kidd working the point, drives the lane, runs one all the way up and in. Chris Kidd found the crack and drove her all the way in.
I believe it's evident by the open of the second quarter here, or the second half, that Perry County has the advantage in the power game, but Summertown has a much quicker team out here. Coach McBee will be trying to utilize that quickness in order to get some point production out of his personnel on the floor now.
Ball goes out of bounds. Perry County set the inbound into McCagg, 22 feet away. Over to Haiti. Dixon. McCagg, 25 feet straight away. Haiti, 22 feet straight away. Back to Dixon. Dixon cut off over to Haiti. Trying to find a low post. They don't. McCagg, 20 feet into Ledbetter. Ledbetter shoots a 5-foot turnaround. Give it to him. Stephen Ledbetter. Picking up where they left off. Perry County takes the lead again. Perry working the point. Perry County into the man-to-man. Into Gent. Gent drives one towards the basket. Drives the baseline. Lays one up and in. Mike Gent picking up some slack now.
Seems that everyone on the floor is contributing for Summertown tonight. Everyone has scored that's played in the ball game, with the exception of Kelly Clark, who's only played 10 seconds, and not really fair to say he hasn't scored yet.
McCagg, 22 feet away, out to Ledbetter. Ledbetter back to McCagg. McCagg shoots in the 15-foot to Ledbetter. Ledbetter cut off. Hit Plunkett on the low post. Tries to spin one up and in. It's no good. Chris Kidd whips the rebound down. They had him covered that time, Eddie.
That's a fine interior pass there. It kind of surprised Plunkett, and he had to put it on the floor, and Summertown closed in on him.
Ivy puts up a 10-foot jumper, taken off the board by Dixon. Dixon running over to Plunkett. Plunkett driving the baseline into the middle, puts one up, and he's fouled. Joel Plunkett made a good move, and that's the third foul on Rodney Long. Rodney Long and Brett McCagg both carrying a foul load for their respective teams.
That was very close. Chris Kidd thought he had got called for the foul then. That had been 4 on him, and he's doing quite a job on the defensive board for us down there tonight.
Joel Plunkett the line to shoot 2. Summertown with a 1-point lead. Plunkett's first shot, it's short. You could tell before he left his hands he never was going to get there with it.
I'd almost be willing to bet money on this one that's going in, though, Charlie. He's a fine free throw shooter. Displays good form and good confidence.
It's up. It's good. 46-46, 4:38, third period. Perry County falls back into the man-to-man. Perry brings the ball across the left wing in the middle. Long driving the baseline, puts one up, and he's fouled by Stephen Ledbetter. Stephen picks up his first foul of the night. Rodney Long cut the corner on him, got him on his back. He couldn't do anything but.
Every time down, Summertown's looking to try to find Rodney Long in the post position. He's on fire tonight. He feels real confident. He's willing to take the shot, and he's been nailing it home when he's been able to get the ball in that low post.
Rodney makes his first free throw. Second one's up. And it's good. Summertown reclaims the lead by 1. Dixon over to Haiti. Haiti working 18 feet away. McCagg 22 feet. He's high in the basket. They're daring him. Over to Dixon. Back to Haiti. Haiti 22 feet out. No good. Ball comes off the board. Picked up. But off. Nobody picked it up. Come off the board. Off of a Summertown player. Perry County set in the right front court.
I think Summertown then thought it was off of a Perry County player, but the official Tim Gaddis right on top of the call.
Well, two veteran officials tonight seem to be doing a real good job.
I think they're doing an excellent job with the tempo of the game being played like it is. There's not a lot of fouls being called.
Plunkett laid one up, and it fell off. The ball, we got a foul on the rebound by number 35, Stephen Ledbetter. That's Stephen's second foul of the night. Summertown set to inbound. In their back court. Perry brings the ball up. Picked up by Dixon over to Ivy on the right wing. Ivy guarded closely by Haiti. Gent, left wing, looking for somebody on the baseline. Kidd picks it up free throw line into Ivy. Ivy drives the middle, lays up a 12-foot jump shot. Give it to him. Greg Ivy, 12-foot jumper. Summertown claims a 4-point lead. 3:20. Third period, McCagg wanted to go again over to Haiti. Haiti over to Dixon. Dixon back to Haiti. Haiti to McCagg, 22 feet out. Up, no good. He's off this half, seemed like, Haiti.
So far, we've had a man in his face. He was allowed to set in, and I think he's just surprised he was so wide open that he just overshot it just slightly. That was a fine pass to Mike Gent. Fine play, Gent. We got number 30 with a foul there. That's Brett Garrison. He's come in to replace Joel Plunkett, but here comes Joel back in. I believe the Perry County coach just wanted to have a brief word of instruction for Joel in there and give him a little bit, so he's back in the ball game.
Mike Jett at the line to shoot two. He made a fine move on the turnaround inside.
You can give credit to Scotty Perry. He threw the ball by two defenders there in order to get Mike the ball, but Mike did catch it and make a fine move in there, and he hits the first of the free throw.
Mike capitalized on the first one. Second one's up. Summertown with a 5-point lead. Ball bounced off. Little run to Perry. Just in for the rebound. Tries to lay one up around the big boys, but he didn't have enough English on it.
Summertown hitting the offensive glass real hard. Mike Gent, well, after Scotty did get the offensive rebound, he threw up a shot in there. It didn't quite go where he aimed it. And Mike Gent crashing in after shooting the free throw, and we almost came up with another play. They're really playing fine board work tonight.
Chris Broadway in for Perry County, playing the right wing into Plunkett on the high post. Plunkett drives baseline, and he travels. Summertown clogging the middle up, not giving them anything around the 10 to 12, 15-foot mark. 2:40 remaining third period, 51-46. Perry brings the ball down to the right side, feeds underneath, threw the ball away. Stephen Ledbetter slipped in, picked the ball off, throws the ball to Hitty. Hitty loses the ball out of bounds. Ivy picks it up. He's going to slow everything down, set her back up.
That's a real smart play on Greg. He didn't have the number. He'd be going one against two of their people. Now I bet he's going this time.
Ivy has the ball blocked by Plunkett. Back out to Long. Long to Perry. Perry working the left side.
Perry County setting up in a 1-3-1 defense, and they're trying to trap the ball out front. Summertown counters with a spread offense by putting a man in each corner and trying to look inside for Rodney Long.
Mike Gent goes all the way to the basket and just comes up a little short. He was open. He had the lane, but he was open. McCagg, 22 feet out, rode into 18 foot over to Plunkett. Plunkett cut off the baseline, takes a 10-foot jump shot. Give Joel two.
Shot right over the man, Charlie. We had fine defensive position there, and Joel just went up and just wanted the basket that time. Fine play on his behalf.
And Perry over to Gent. Gent to Kidd over to Ivy. Ivy making a spin move, tried to feed the middle, throws the ball away, picked up by McCagg. McCagg bringing the ball across. Minute 10, third period, 51-48. Jason Hitty. They're looking for McCagg. McCagg on the right wing, 22 feet out. Perry is all over him, back to Broadway. Broadway left wing. McCagg, 22 feet out. Give it to him. Brett McCagg.
Ties the ball game. Ball goes over to Greg Ivy. Summertown having some problems with this 1-3-1 half-court defense. There's a fine move, That's why oh, no! We have a charge called on Chris Kidd. Brett McCagg slips underneath him down there. That's a crucial play. Coach Jimmy B a little upset about it. He's going to call a timeout and talk this one over. The timeout on the floor with the score tied at 51 all.
Community Bank and Trust, Summertown branch. The Community Bank and Trust would like to take this opportunity to let the people of Lawrence County know that we appreciate your business. With a complete line of banking services with competitive rates and interest on all money market and certificate of deposit, as well as low interest rates on all types of loans. We invite you, the people of Lawrence County, to visit any of our 3 convenient locations: downtown, North Locust, in Lawrenceburg, and Summertown branch. In Summertown, and discuss any of their financial needs with our friendly personnel. So for personalized service, come and see the friendly folks at Community Bank and Trust. Perry County put the ball in play underneath their own basket. That was a big turn of events.
That was a crucial call for Summertown, and in the timeout, Coach Jimmy B forgot to substitute for Chris Kidd. He's got 4 fouls. He'll have to be careful not to foul out of the game here.
Over to Plunkett ahead of the circle. Finds McCagg on the right baseline, cut off by Perry. Perry into Plunkett. Plunkett 10-foot jump shot. Give it up in the end. That gives Perry County a 2-point lead with 11 seconds remaining, third period. Perry brings the ball up. Summertown over to Long. Long tries to feed the ball in. Now we get a sub in for Kidd. David Smith comes in. Luckily, Kidd didn't pick up his 5th foul. And to Ivy, 20-foot jump shot, no good. And as the third quarter comes to the end, Summertown 51, Perry County 53.
Campbellsville Road is now open for business. We at Etheridge Feed and Meal invite you to stop in and look over our complete line of Nutrina feeds. We also have Rose's Dog Food. Etheridge Feed and Meal on Highway 43 North offers custom grinding and mixing. We also have nails and a full line of nuts and bolts. Nutrina Feeds and Etheridge Feed and Meal on Highway 43 North and Campbellsville Road will appreciate your business. Phone 829-2144.
Play's about to come in. Eddie, you might want to explain that call. Even though it was a charge and the ball left the man's head, what's the rule on that this year?
In high school basketball, it started about 4 or 5 years ago, and it wasn't made evident to all the fans, Charlie. Anytime you charged and the ball, you had the ball previously, whether it's out of your hand or you still have it, you will pick up the foul, but there's no free throws awarded, and the basket is not counted. It's simply the opposing team's ball.
All right, Stephen Ledbetter lays one in for Perry County, start of the 4th period, and we have a foul on Jason Hitty. That's his 3rd. 7:42 remaining. Perry County has a 4-point, 55-51 lead. Summertown set the inbound on left front court, Long over to Perry. Perry County is into their zone. McCagg steps in, intercepts one. He goes in for a layup. He's fouled by Perry. Scotty Perry picks up his 1st foul of the night. McCagg had a sure 2 points there. So that was a heads-up play by Scotty after he'd already threw the ball away.
He almost made a fantastic play. He hit the ball first, but then got him with some body there. He almost pulled a steal off, which would have been a real lift to Summertown. McCagg gets the first on roll on the farther rim there.
Perry County's pulled a 5-point lead after the chain of events on the charging call, make it 6-point lead. Summertown going to have to get their composure back now.
Summertown needs a basket here. They need to establish something against this 1-3-1 trap that's been put on them here. Making some lazy passes, and Perry County's picking it off.
Over to Long, 20 feet out, cut off into Perry. Perry shoots one up, 5-foot. 5-foot jump shot, it's no good, and he's fouled by Joel Plunkett. That's Plunkett's 2nd personal of the night. Chris Kidd coming back in with Summertown. Looks like coach is going to go all or none. It's time.
I think he needs him in there right now with the defense they're playing. He needs Rodney underneath and Chris able to play outside where they put a man in each corner of the floor and swing the ball around, trying to work the ball inside against this 1-3-1 defense. Scotty Perry at the line for Summertown. He hits the first of the first. Almost called it prematurely there, Charlie.
Scotty at the line for his 2nd shot. Summertown 5 points down. Second shot's up. It's no good. Plunkett rips the ball off the board. Over to Hitty. Hitty down the right side. Cut off 20-foot line. Finds Broadway. Broadway back to Hitty over McKegg. McKegg 22 feet out. He's bothered. No good, and Summertown loses the ball out of bounds.
McKegg found an air ball that time, very uncharacteristic of him, that caught Summertown by such surprise that we had to dive out of bounds just to try to get a rebound. Good hustle, but came up empty that time.
Jason Hitty out the head of the circle. Come around to the right side. McKegg has the ball fall through his hands. I think we got a middle lapse on both sides now.
Yeah. Summertown needs to capitalize on every turnover they make. That is, Perry County makes this time. Make good, solid passes.
Over to Gent. Gent back out to Ivy. Ivy to Perry. Perry to Kidd. Cut off. Back to Ivy at the free throw line. Perry a 19-foot jump shot. No good. Gent brings the ball off. And he's fouled by number 32. Brett McKegg. That's 4 personals on McKegg. So, a couple of big guns now. With timeout on the floor. 6:39 remaining. Summertown 52, Perry County 57. Scott's Grocery, located Highway 20 Summertown. Owners Kim and Beth Scott offer a full line of grocery, gasoline, videotape rentals. Scott's Grocery also features a game room with fun and excitement for the entire family. At Scott's Grocery on Highway 20.
Carl's TV and Movie Rentals is owned by Carl Wilkinson and is located on the Nashville Highway in Columbia. Carl has a full line of RCA televisions from the 50-inch big screen down to the 5.5-inch color monitor. Carl offers RCA video camcorders at affordable prices and also a full line of VCRs and accessories. Carl's TV has movie rentals suitable for the entire family, open until 9 p.m. each night. All of our equipment came from Carl's TV in Columbia.
Mike Gent goes to the line to shoot 2. Mike's first one up. It's good. Mike Gent's come a long way this year since I last saw a ball game, Eddie.
Mike played real well at the Santa Fe ball game in the Tuesday night's performance, really hustling up and down the floor, and tonight he's got that free throw stroke, and he's doing a good job getting on both ends of the floor for us.
Summertown's within 3 now, 6:35 remaining. Jason Hitty working the right side. McKegg 25 feet out, driving to the baseline. He's cut off by Perry and the Plunkett. Plunkett driving the baseline, and he takes steps.
There's Mike Gent again with a deflection there. It caused Joel Plunkett a little deflection that went off his hands, and it caused him to travel with the ball. Summertown needing to take advantage of the turnover by Perry County now.
Over to Gent in the right corner, back to Ivy. Ivy worked 25 feet to Kidd. Perry 15 feet out. Then to Ivy. Ivy over to Gent. Gent in the middle, long. Looks a 5-foot jump shot. Give it to him. Rodney Long, 56. Perry County 57.
I see the Perry County zone being packing in more and more. Summertown's going to have to find an outside shot to loosen it up here. It's going to be real hard to find a shot. There's McKegg.
25 feet away. It's up, no good. Ball's batted around over the Long. Rodney had a man wide open down here, but we didn't see him. Over to Perry. Perry in the left corner to Kidd. Kidd back out. Had the ball taken by McKegg again. Picked up by Perry. Perry to Long. Long makes a break for the basket. He's fouled by Chris Broadway. Chris hooked him as he made a drive for the basket. That's his first personal foul. So Rodney Long goes to the line with a chance to take the lead again for Summertown.
Rodney's showing some real aggressiveness in trying to take the ball to the basket every time he gets it, and he's been hitting his shots fairly well underneath there.
Comes up short. Ball taken off the board by Chris Broadway. Over to Jason Hitty. Hitty working the head of the circle, down the right wing, over to Broadway. Broadway over to McKegg. McKegg 25 feet out. Broadway on the right wing, back to Hitty, Broadway. Stephen Ledbetter hits a 15-foot jump shot. When you think you got them all covered, somebody else pops up.
I believe that's the longest shot I've ever seen Ledbetter take. He's normally a power forward underneath the goal there, and that showed fine form on the good 18-foot shot there.
Ivy to Perry to Gent. Over to Kidd. Kidd cut off. Over to Perry. Perry takes a 5-foot jump shot. No good. Ball bounces up around. Taken off the board by who? Stephen Ledbetter picks it up off the floor. Over to Hetty. Hetty over to McKegg. McKegg driving the middle of Plunkett. Back to McKegg. McKegg trying to work the middle. Lays one up and in. Brett McKegg finally got one. Weaves them in. 61-56. Ivy quickly back this way. It goes out and in, and Plunkett brings the ball off the board. Perry County going to slow things down a little bit now. Over to McKegg, a 30-foot set. It's no good. Broadway takes it off the board, lays it up and in. Chris Broadway in the right place, the right time. This is the biggest lead of the ball game for Perry County, 63-56, with 4 minutes remaining.
Summertown needing a basket here, Charlie. If they don't get one, I believe, and Perry County scores, Coach Jimmy B will probably go to a timeout. We need to get the ball and take a good shot and nail it home.
Ivy's been shut down this second half. He hadn't made his drive like he did the first half. Over to Gent. Gent cut off the baseline, back to Ivy. Ivy to Gent. Gent working the head of the circle. Perry, over to Perry, 15-foot jump shot, has it blocked. Long picks it up and lays it in. Rodney Long in the right spot.
Boy, we need that basket to try to settle this Perry County run down. We need a good defensive series in this series down the floor here. 3:24 remaining. Perry County having a 5-point lead. They may try to pull Summertown out of this zone.
Over to Broadway. Broadway to McKegg. McKegg 25 feet out. Jason Hetty. They're just working the ball around the perimeter. Over to Broadway to McKegg. McKegg got somebody in his face every time he gets it.
I believe you'll either see Brett McKegg on a 3-point shot or Joel Plunkett or Stephen Ledbetter underneath. They're going to really work for the shot they want to take now. There's no hurry on their behalf.
We're under 3 minutes. Summertown going to the man-to-man now. Over to McKegg. McKegg driving the middle, lays one up, and it rolls short. And the ball comes off to Rodney Long, and he's fouled by Stephen Ledbetter. That's Stephen's third personal. Rodney Long ripped the ball off the board. We have a timeout on the floor. 2:44 remaining. Summertown 58, Perry County 63.
Etheridge Feed and Mill and Neutrina Feeds is happy to be one of the sponsors of Summertown High School basketball on Channel 10. Their hours are from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Etheridge Feed and Mill, located on Highway 43 North at Campbellsville Road, is serving all of northern Lawrence County and features a complete line of Neutrina Feeds. We also have Rose's Dog and Cat Foods. Etheridge Feed and Mill also offers custom and grinding and mixing for their customers' convenience. Neutrina Feeds and Etheridge Feed and Mill on Highway 43 North and Campbellsville Road invite you to stop in today or phone 829-2144. Summertown will be at the line with Chris Kidd shooting the free throw here. I believe Coach G. McBee called a timeout to set up a new defense. I believe he'll be going back to his standard man-to-man because Perry County is starting to hold the ball and the clock becoming their friend. We missed the front end of the 1-and-1 there. We got to hit those free throws in the end here, Charlie. We're going to be sunk.
Perry County bring the ball into Hetty. Hetty dribbling up the right side, across 10-second line. Over to McKegg. McKegg on the left wing, looking for somebody, back to Hetty. Hetty over to Plunkett. Perry County holding the ball. The ball goes to Chris Broadway, and he is run over by Greg Ivy. Greg's first person.
That's very uncharacteristic of Greg in this game. Over in Perry County, he was in foul trouble the whole night and didn't get to play at all. Surprisingly, Summertown's not in the 1-and-1, or are they? There seems to be some confusion at the scorers table whether or not they are. They're not in the 1-and-1 as of yet. And that's very good for Summertown to be this late in the ball game and not to be in the 1-and-1.
Over to Hetty. Hetty working the head of the circle. Out to Plunkett. Plunkett 25 feet out, Broadway. Hetty picks it up, out to be in the right place. Over to McKegg. McKegg 40 feet out. He may shoot it, but I doubt it.
I believe they're looking for a backdoor cut now, Charlie. Here it comes.
Ledbetter got underneath. Ball's taken off for Broadway. Broadway lays one up, and he's fouled by number 30, Mike Gent. That's Mike's second free throw. Second foul of the night. Chris Broadway goes to the line to shoot two, I suppose. 2:15 remaining. First one short.
Summertown getting a break on that one. Normally Perry County very tough on the free throw line down the stretch.
5-point lead. Puts up a second one. It's good. Perry County with a 6-point lead now. 2:15 remaining. They're still in their full court press. Perry bringing the ball across 10-second line on the right wing. Ivy into Kidd. Kidd lays one up. It's no good. Ball comes off the Ledbetter. Summertown's gone stone cold, Eddie.
That's a bad time to do it, too, with 2 minutes remaining. If Perry County scores here, it's going to be a definitely hard job to come back against this fine Perry County team.
And the McKeag into Ledbetter. Ledbetter takes up a 10-foot jump shot. Give it to him. That puts them up by 7 with 1:40 remaining. Ivy driving the baseline, puts one up, lays it in. 66-60. Over to McKeag. McKeag cut off a gent, back to Plunkett. Plunkett working the back court. Over to Hetty, Jason Hetty. Perry County running the weave now. All they're doing is taking the back door. McKeag 25 feet out. Over to Broadway to Hetty, minute 15. Over to Hetty. Broadway left wide open. He don't shoot. Minute 9. Hetty. Plunkett. 1 minute exactly.
Perry County showing a lot of patience in this weave here. I doubt if they take anything but a layup, and they're probably not even going to do that. Oh, Plunkett wide open. He didn't drive, so I don't think they're looking for anything. Sometimes going to have to foul.
45 seconds. 45 seconds. We have a foul on Scotty Perry. And Jason Hetty will be going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. That's 2 on Scotty. 46 seconds remaining. Perry County 66, Summertown 60.
Summertown may start launching a three-pointer or two down here. We have quite a bit of time left. We're either going to have to start fouling or gamble on the steal. I know we'll be gambling for steals. But
Hetty puts the first one up and in. Gives Perry County a 7-point lead. Jason Hetty at the line to shoot. Shoot his second one. It's up. It's good. We have a timeout on the floor with 46 seconds remaining. Perry County 68, Summertown 60.
Summertown will come out and they're going to try to press Perry County, or Perry County will probably fall back into a zone on their defensive end and just try to keep Summertown from taking a three-pointer and also trying to get them punching it inside. If Summertown scores, they'll call a timeout, and they'll probably substitute for Chris Kidd because he has 4 fouls, and there's going to be a need to foul someone. I look for Kelly Clark to come into the game, try to get the steal, and maybe create a foul. Summertown's going to have to do a lot of gambling now. With an 8-point deficit and only 46 seconds left, they'll probably be going to the three-point shooting. They're lined up just in case Perry County does press, which might not be a bad idea. It will take some time off the clock. And they're coming out at least setting up in the press. They may fall back. We'll see what happens here. Scotty Perry gets ready to trigger it in.
We've had 2 veteran officials working this game tonight. Looks like a pretty fair ball game considering the intensity of the ball game. Don Bonetta and Tim Geddes.
I think they've done a fine job tonight, Charlie. They've been consistent with their calling. A couple of calls may have changed the tempo of the game, but I think the officials have done a fine job tonight.
And the Gent lays one up, taking off a Kidd. Kidd lays one up, no good. Summertown stone cold, he can't get a basket. Brett McKay come off with a rebound, he's fouled by Mike Gent. Brett McKay goes to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Summertown hadn't bought a basket in the last, 2 minutes?
Yes, they went stone cold here, Charlie. They hadn't been able to get it down and get their shot. They made a couple of turnovers in key situations, and credit the Perry County defense for forcing them to get out of their offense.
Well, that carries her to a 9-point lead, 34 seconds remaining, so.
I believe it might just be a matter of time now, Charlie. It's hard to overcome a 10-point deficit here.
And the long to Perry. Perry working across the 10-second line. Going to put her up. Over to Ivy to Perry. Perry working the Kidd. Kidd 15-foot jump shot. No good. Ledbetter comes off with a rebound, and Rodney Long picks up his 4th personal foul. 22 seconds remaining, 70 to 60. Perry County going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Surprised Summertown's not trying to shoot a three-pointer here, Charlie. It seemed like it'd be a quicker way to get back in the lineup. We're not hitting the two-pointer either. It just kind of surprised.
Summertown lost their momentum after they went in for the halftime. And really the turning point, I guess, was the charge on Kidd that instead of a 5-point lead, we went back to a 1-point lead and we quickly lost that.
That's right. It seemed to break the morale of all the players, and the Perry County's clearing their bench. Here comes Joel Plunkett and Brett McKegg out. Being replaced by number 30, Brett Garrison. And we don't have the name of the other player coming into the ball game. It must have been someone on the B team getting some fresh time. He's number 13.
Stephen Ledbetter hits 2 free throws, 72 to 60. 20 seconds. Ivy, 22-foot jump shot. It's no good. Ledbetter clears the board, 15 seconds. And Ledbetter's foul by Rodney Long. That'll be the 5th foul on Rodney. He's played an excellent ball game tonight.
Rodney came in and showed some good offensive inside play. The zone in the second half kind of took him out of the ball game, but I don't have a problem with the way Rodney played tonight. I thought he got in there and really hustled hard on the board, played good defense. David Smith, number 44, will come in and replace Rodney and try to finish the game out here.
Perry County has finished clearing their bench now. Jason Heddy comes out. Chris Broadway out.
Number 23.
Ledbetter will be out as soon as he makes his free throw.
Number 23 is Steve Lomax. He's in the game. Number 44 is Eric Lomax. They're not brothers. And set to come in is number 33, Jermaine Jones.
Stephen Ledbetter makes it 74 to 60. The final 2 minutes has been a blowout. Summertown ice cold and Perry County on their run. We got 14 seconds.
Score not reflective of the game at all, Charlie. It's a good late free throw shooting by Perry County. It's kind of broke the score out a little bit.
Well, we're traveling with 5 seconds remaining. Summertown inbound at midcourt. Ivy into Perry. Perry over to Ivy. 22-foot jump shot.
He got it
to him at the buzzer. The final score, Perry County 74, Summertown 63.
To give a scoring rundown tonight's ball game, for Perry County, Joel Plunkett had 20 points, Stephen Ledbetter 18, Chris Broadway 3, Jason Heddy 6, Michael Dixon 2, and Brett McKegg led the way with 24 points for a combined total of 74 points. For Summertown, Scotty Perry has 15, Chris Kidd 6, Rodney Long with 12, Mike Gent 7, David Smith 2, and Greg Ivey once again leading the way with 20. Now we have with us Coach Gene McBee of the Summertown High School basketball team. And Coach, you just played Perry County a good, hard, aggressive game, but once again we come up on the short end of the stick.
We sure are coming up on the short end of the stick. We did play well. We got into foul difficulty in the in the fourth quarter with Chris Kidd, or late in the third. I'm not sure, right at the end there, that I thought turned the momentum of the ball game. And we didn't play a bad ball game at all. We played well enough to have won had we just stayed with it, and we went stone cold in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the ball game and didn't hit anything, which you've just got to put the ball in the basket at that time.
You surprised everyone tonight, Coach. You came out in a matchup 2-3 zone defense, which we saw briefly from you this year when you're in foul trouble, but you opened up and had good success with it throughout the game.
Well, we had to keep them from getting the ball in the paint as much as they did in the other game. We did a fair job with that. That's a very difficult assignment against their team because they're so big. But I thought that our little gimmick defense, or whatever you want to call it, worked well, and we tried to camouflage it a little, which helped a little bit. It didn't really let them get into the momentum. In the second half, we just went straight zone for a while, trying to protect the foul and fatigue situation. And it worked so well in the third quarter that we just stayed with it a while. Maybe we stayed with it too long. I'm not sure.
What do you think was the turning point of the game, Coach? You seem to be right with them till near the end of the third quarter. What was the turning point in your opinion? Well,
I think the two things happened to us. Chris Kidd drew the foul, and at that time we come in with a little slower lineup. We have a ball handling problem when he's not in the ball game at one spot. And they went to a little trap in the half-court trap in zone, and it got our players to taking a shot too soon and not where they wanted it, and we made it a couple of turnovers, and it just, it just spread it out a little bit right there, and I felt like that was the turning point. We never got back into our offensive momentum after that.
It was a 1-3-1 trap that you're referring to. Were you prepared with it? I know that over there I don't remember them playing that defense. It looked like they had that planned especially for y'all tonight.
Well, they played a 3-2 over there, and we were ready for it. We expected it, and when it happened, the problem is that we had our wrong alignment, offensive alignment in there. Against certain situations, we need certain people in the ball game, and at that situation, we just didn't have the person to put in there.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by and talking with us tonight, Coach. Would you tell us who you play next Friday night?
Well, we have Collinwood here in a very important game for us because we're battling Collinwood for, I guess for the third or fourth place, probably fourth. In fact, the next 3 Friday nights we're here with Collinwood, the Friday night after that Clifton, and if I'm not mistaken, the Friday night after that Waynesboro. And there'll be 3 great games, and we hope you'll be here, and we hope everybody will be watching.
We'll certainly be looking forward to it, and thank you for stopping by and seeing us, Coach.
Enjoyed it, Ed. Thank you.
Also joining us tonight is Bob Moore, the sports editor for the local newspaper, the Democrat Union. Bob, welcome to our program tonight.
Thank you, Eddie. I'm proud to be here.
Okay. Bob, you've been covering Summertown basketball for as long as I can remember here. Not only Summertown, but basketball throughout the county, and got quite a wide range with how you view this Summertown team this year.
Well, I've been covering sports now for about 13 years, and this team is scrappy. They have to be scrappy because in some way they don't have the overall talent that they've had in the past. The last couple of games they have played quite poorly, to be honest with you, but tonight I thought they played very well. The only problem is the last quarter when Perry County went to that, what I thought was a 2-1-2, kind of a trap zone. Summertown went stone cold, and in return Perry County went to the line approximately 12 times and hit 11 out of 12.
Well, that's a characteristic of Perry County. They always hit free throws down the end of the stretch and throughout the ball game, and that did help turn the ball game around tonight.
Well, it certainly did tonight, and I'm going to tell you, Eddie, in my opinion, by the time the tournament rolls around, Summertown basketball will be back in good shape.
That's very uncharacteristic of a Jimmy McBee team. He normally has them ready early and they fade late. But I think I agree with you tonight that they are going to be a tournament team this year. They are developing more and more each game.
Well, I think some of the comments that Coach McBee had made earlier in the week, and of course that I printed about his team even showing up tonight, I think set a fire under some of those boys. This club has some individual talent, and they're beginning to gel as a team, and probably there's no better hustling team throughout the district. So I'd keep my eye on Summertown by the time the tournament rolled around.
Okay. Well, Bob, thanks for stopping by, and we look forward to reading your article.
Thank you, Ed.
Yeah. And we invite you to join us for next Friday night's ball game. And for now, this is Eddie Stedman signing off for Channel 10, saying goodbye for Charlie Mabry and Eddie Town.